John, you still have a motion that's on the table.
I forgot what it was.
Would you repeat the motion, please? Or reinvent it?
Reinvent it. Defer this discussion until we get a better feel for the magnitude of the funding problem we're facing with the mandatory culvert repairs issue.
Okay. Does everybody understand that motion? Discussion of the motion itself. Pat?
One additional comment. This is a sensitive issue. We know that. There's been, right, 34 accidents, one of which are extremely serious.
2 are extremely serious. Very serious.
One not all caused by weather conditions, I believe. The other part of this is...
Two were not caused by weather conditions.
The road's been there since 1970 or something. Nothing's changed about the road. There's never been guardrails. It's unfortunate there was accidents, but the board does have to look at the responsibility of where our funding is going to come through for the rest of the year. The bad weather, ice, is not going to happen again. So it's in the better part of the year, I guess, to reevaluate where we're headed with this. It doesn't mean that somebody won't go off the road tonight, but I think the board needs to take that into consideration.
I disagree that bad weather won't happen. It rains. It gets foggy. Kids speed. I think it's fallacious to think because ice and snow are over that visibility is going to stay good and the conditions will be good.
I think we need to talk about the motion. Because what we're doing is forgetting the motion and going right to the discussion of the topic.
No, actually, we are discussing the motion because I think there are two people who are, or at least one person has suggested that the vote on the motion ought to be no, because it's more urgent than other people perceive it to be.
Fine.
So I think we are discussing the motion. Is there any more discussion of the motion?
Well, I just agree with Robin, and this is something that's been put off and put off over and over again. And it's like we're never going to get around to it if we continue to put it off. I understand the budget issues, John. I'm on the line tonight, but I think safety is going to have to take some kind of precedence in this case.
Dave has that next.
Yeah, I just want to say that there are a lot of bad road situations around here with drop-offs. And how do we protect ourselves from people that speed and are intoxicated? We can't take care of all these situations. So, I mean, if people drove sober and 25 miles an hour, we wouldn't have an issue.
But they don't.
Yeah,
And we've seen by these accidents that they don't. The speed was definitely a factor. But you've taken care of the dam. You recognize that as being an exceptionally dangerous area due to the drop-offs. This is also like the dam in that there are 30-foot drop-offs, heavily treed. So I think it is very, and that's why the committee established this as a priority one area to address, and I feel the same that we do walk reserves.
Just one further comment, and I guess part of it includes Noel. We had all those recommendations. This board looked at 11 revisions to the budget, or 11 copies. Anyone that wanted to could have argued that we needed all the recommendations for the safety committee. The committee's done a fantastic job. None of us say that they haven't. But we all were here and we all approved the budget, and it did not include that this year. It did include last year a couple others, if you remember, the speed bumps, things like that. The board has a responsibility, and just because now it's a different time of the year, you can't just go change your mind now. It's no dangerous than it was last year, and the budget's different than what we all talked about.
Last year we hadn't had 4 accidents there.
I understand.
I'd suggest that until we can afford to put up the guardrails, we put up some sort of caution, dangerous curve ahead sign at these areas. Until we can afford to go in.
Let's deal with the motions on the table first.
That's my suggestion.
Okay, good suggestion, interesting suggestion, but we have a motion that we're discussing, so let's finish the discussion of that one.
Like that addresses the motion. Okay.
Any other thing germane specifically to the motion? All right. Would you repeat your motion one more time since we discussed so much?
That we defer any discussion of this topic until we have a better insight into the cost, potential cost overrun associated with the culvert repairs, this year's mandatory culvert repair. Defer any discussion of this topic until such time as we have that.
Yeah, we got it the third time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, okay, all in favor of this motion, please raise your hand. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Opposed? 3 opposed, and the motion carries. But this is not out of sight, this is just tabled.